Health Trackers, welcome back to another, I don't know if this would be a product review. What would this be, Ash?
Well, we're camping.
Yeah, it's not really camping adventure series, but anyway, it's demo, test. So as I mentioned to you guys, I wanted to actually take the portable power station away and test it on a night camping and see how it performs to give you guys a real life test of how these units work. So what I've got, we'll talk about these in a minute. I've got the S2000 Pro in there. You want me to take it, Ash? There you go. So I've got the S2000 Pro just in here. I've got it plugged up to solar and I've got the fridge running into it, and then I was charging my phone. I was actually concerned that I thought it might be broken because the percentage wasn't dropping, but as you can see here on my phone, I'm actually getting at the moment 70 watts of solar, and I'm only pulling like 20 watts of battery out with the, I think it's 23 watts, which is 2 amps with the fridge. So I'm literally counteracting it with the solar panel. So I'll talk about this. What they sent me, they do a couple of different sizes. So this is their 400 watt solar panel that has drop down legs at the back. I'll do a full review on this once we get home. And then they do a massive 600 watt panel as well. So with this one, I've been able to get around 360 watts is I think the most I've seen out of it, which makes it about 87% efficiency, which is really good. That's right up there with your top tier panels. So these two basically means that the battery's not even being used. The solar panel is literally charging our whole setup at the moment. So tonight we'll be charging phones off it. We'll be charging the shower, the Julka shower will be running off it, and we'll have lights going off it. And in the morning, the fridge will be running all night. And then in the morning, we'll basically be able to show you guys how much battery's pulled out of it, and then we'll see with the solar panels how long it takes to charge. They do also charge off the car, not very fast though. It's only about 7 amps that you get off the car. But I believe EcoFlow now has come out with a device which will charge all of them and uses your alternator, same as a DC-DC charger, but the difference is it puts the volts up and leaves the amps the same. Anything I'm missing, Ash?
What's the connection thing?
Oh yeah, so one thing I want to talk on, there is a couple of things that have annoyed me. So this is unfortunately just going to be an Australian problem. We are quite unique that we use Andersons. These are the most common connections for solar panels. Unfortunately in Australia, they're just not common. So you can't go down to your shops and get extensions. This was a spare of the moment trip that we did, and I went down to try and get some extensions so I could run this out. If you turn around, Ash, show on the sun. Run it right out there into the sun, but unfortunately here in Australia you have to order these things online. Not many shops sell them, which is quite frustrating. And then again, because Australia, we're the only ones that use Anderson plugs, it only comes with a cigarette socket. So I had to buy a cigarette socket to Anderson adapter. And when we're forward driving, I don't know why other countries use cigarette sockets and not Andos. When you're forward driving, this thing wobbles and then comes out. So our fridge was continuously pulling out of there, which is quite frustrating. But yeah, they're sort of the only two downsides that I've had with the real world testing. I think the only other thing we've got to show them, Ash, is where we are, this specky spot. Are you going to show them? Or what?
I thought you were going to lead the way.
So we're not doing a trip series on this. We've been to Kinkuna plenty of time, which is where we are. Right on the beach, literally beachfront camping. You sit up on top of the dunes because that water comes almost right up to the dunes. But yeah, it's nice and quiet. If you look that way, Ash, you got trees in between all the campers and good distances. What do you reckon, about 100 meters in between people? Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah, it is really a really cool spot. And Ash and I were talking about whether or not it beats Double Island and Tiwa Beach. And we think because Tiwa Beach, you're jammed right in with each other. This is way better, and still nice crystal clear water. It's basically the last bit of beach before the Great Barrier Reef, and the sand turns to that orange sort of muddy colour. And then it's the first bit after Fraser, so you actually go back to nice clean water, where at Harvey Bay where we are, we've got sort of mangrove flats with sort of a grey water, not a crystal blue. So definitely go check out the other Kinkuna videos. I'll have it in the description. And also, if you're interested in getting any of the gear, I'll have all my discount codes in the description. Onto the disclaimer for you guys, seeing as we're talking about discount codes. So into the disclaimer, so this is something, as you guys know, trying to get to catch on YouTube. There's actually a fair few people now starting to do this as well. And it's where I reckon all YouTubers should promote where their products have come from, and also promote if they're getting paid any money to do the review or getting any affiliate marketing. So no money's changing hand for this product, and no affiliate marketing. Again, I was offered affiliate marketing, and again, I've turned it down, something I'm not interested in doing. Mind you, comment below, I was thinking of start accepting the affiliate marketing and giving it to charity. What do you reckon, Ash? Rather than the companies keep it.
It's an idea.
Yeah, because it's 10% of basically the products, and rather than the company keeping the 10%, why don't I give that to charity? So that's something I might look at doing. But yeah, really unbiased, honest review. I get nothing if you buy it. So it's up to me if I want to give you honest feedback, then I can. And there's no document signed, no nothing. Companies just give me their products to get out there for you guys to see. So I'm free to say whatever I want. It was given to me for free though. So unfortunately, I don't have the money. As you guys know, I'm not working, so I can't go out and spend, I think these are worth like $900 at the moment. They're on special. That's another thing. So go check them out. They're currently on special for crazy prices. And I'll also put my link tree in the description for all my discount codes with all the different shops. So that way you guys can save some money. But yeah, let's get back into the video. So this is living, isn't it, Ash?
It is. Where's dinner though, Neil?
I believe I'm on setting stuff up, you're on dinner.
I believe I set half of this stuff up.
Yeah, but I've got to set the shower up. Do you want to shower tonight?
I don't really care.
And I set the lights up.
You flicked a
And
switch.
I set the fire up.
Yeah, because you destroyed mine.
So, as always, in traditional off-track style, we got blown out again. So I'll show you. The beach has just turned absolutely nasty. Looked on BOM, it's about 30 km/h winds. It was meant to be 12, and that was it. And yeah, she decided to change its mind and blow its tits up, and we were up sitting over there. So we've now come and seek shelter over here, which still just as nice. We're right near the beach. We'll hear the waves crashing as we go to bed. Give you an update on how the portable power station's going. So I've now got the lights plugged into it as well as the fridge. I only packed the solar up a little while ago. So we're on 99%. I accidentally just turned it off then. And we're pulling, what, 22 watts with pretty much the lights. I don't think the fridge is. Yeah, fridge is cycling as well. So 25 watts with the lights and fridge cycling. So there's your update, 99%. I'll keep you posted on how it goes throughout the night. Still got to use the shower, which will use a little bit, and then the lights throughout the night. So I don't see it dropping sort of below, maybe I think at worst 70% when we wake up. So it's definitely winning. And this is going to be a cracker little spot. And we've been pretty good with our phones, haven't we, Ash?
We have.
So I set Ash a goal that I wanted to go, because we're only here for one night. I said, let's try and not touch our phones and just chill out. It's been hard though, hasn't it? Honestly.
It's been hard not touching our phones.
Yeah, like you feel bored and it's amazing. You're just not able to entertain yourself. So I ended up going for a run along the beach. That was entertaining. There was some two people skinny dipping, so that was really entertaining. And then, yeah, just did some hill sprints and stuff like that because I got bored and was in and out of the water. But it's interesting trying to live without your phone. You do struggle to find stuff to do. So looks like we're going to start cooking, and I'll check in with you probably just before we go to bed and see what the battery's on. Why don't you show them what you just downloaded? This is really cool, especially if you had kids. I reckon they'd love this. So you guys can probably see, yeah, you can see it on the GoPro, that star up there, which is super bright. I've never seen that bright. So we downloaded an app that you can point at the sky, and using your GPS tells you what it is. So it is
Venus down there.
Yeah, Venus. How cool's that? And it shows you all the different stars and all the different constellations. What's the app called, Ash?
Sky Guide.
Plays that pretty music while you're watching. You guys can probably hear that in the background. Yeah, I thought that was worthwhile sharing. Really cool. Okay, so showers are all done. Let's see what we're sitting on. Not bad. 93%. Pretty happy with that. So we'll check it again in the morning and we'll see how much she's used throughout the night, but it's actually pretty cold, so I don't think it'll use it. Oh, look a bit freaky with this light. I don't think it'll use that much overnight, being that it's pretty cold. So we're going to get into the swag and go to sleep nice and early, probably in bed by 8:30. See you in the morning. Morning guys. So I just got out of a nice refreshing dip in the ocean. Let's see what we're sitting on battery wise. So it's 7:33 in the morning and we have 83% battery left. So heaps. Even if you didn't charge today, you'd still make another probably 2 days without having to recharge. Chuck the solar panel up, 2 hours, you'd be back on 100%. But we're actually going back home today, so we're going to go make the most of the beach, pack up, and we'll see you back at home and see what we ended up with. Back home, back at Off Track HQ. Let's get the battery out. What's the time, Ash? Like 11:30?
11ish.
Yeah, 11:30ish. We're on 78%, so crushing it. We'll get that out, chuck it up on Off Track HQ, and we'll run through and give you our feedback on how we think it actually went. Can you take a portable power station camping? Really good timing, just as it starts raining. Okay, we'll try and get this wrapped up pretty quickly as, yeah, she's starting to rain and now we have 240 volts sitting out in the rain. So honestly, I reckon it was a massive success. These over, and especially the price that these all power units sell for. Lloyd and I were talking about it. He got a quote for his mum's camper, which was with an AGM battery, 2.5 grand, versus you can pick this exact unit up with an inverter for, at the moment, they're on special, I think $1,200. So I reckon massive success. I'm completely gonna backflip on my original verdict of power stations where I thought they were rubbish. As long as you got a lot of solar, this, no problem. But even without the solar, it shows you can probably go 3 days camping with one of these, not have to worry about charging it. It's those longer trips where I think you're permanently mounted battery system or even a battery box with a DC-DC charger is better. As mentioned, there is now EcoFlow and a couple other brands make a DC-DC charger for these that'll up the voltage. So that does sort of fix that problem. But to me, yeah, if you want a nice simple unit that doesn't weigh a lot, these S2000s or anything they make, I've actually got one of their new units sitting in the shed, and I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison probably next week for you guys, comparing the LiPo 4 versus the Terrain Lithium, something like that.
XT60.
No.
No?
But anyway, something to keep a note, if you buy one of these, you will have to buy one of these bad boys. They're about $24, which is your cigarette socket to Anderson. And then because it's only got one cigarette socket, you will have to go a splitter, which you can get like a 4-way one of these. And again, that's not much money. They're 20 odd bucks as well. As I mentioned, one thing I don't like is that your cigarette sockets, and especially this style, this is horrible. Like, they just come in and out so easy. That's one downside that I really find to them. But living in Australia, they're never going to put an Anderson plug in unless if a local manufacturer starts building one of these, we won't see them with an Anderson because we're the only country that run them. Ash, how'd you find it?
It's very handy.
Yep.
Just plug in and go.
Yep. 240 being there whenever you want it is real handy as well. So we'll wrap it up there. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Really helps the channel grow. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one and look forward to next week where we'll be putting the two of them together side by side, the LiPo 4 and this one. See ya.